Are you tired of always having to be the one who makes all the decisions? In today's episode, I'm sharing how learning to let go and allow my husband to take the lead in certain areas has brought me so much peace, contentment, and freedom in these senior years. And maybe it's time you give yourself that same gift. Welcome back to Musings. I'm Kathy, and this is the place where I share a little wisdom from the other side of the empty nest. Here, I talk about faith, simplicity, and what it means to live intentionally in our senior years. So whether you're downsizing, decluttering, or just looking for a slow, more meaningful pace, you're in good company here. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfy, and let's chat about what really matters. In these senior years, and now in my late 60s, I've been discovering something new that has brought me peace and contentment. It's something that has simplified my life in a way I didn't even expect, and that's letting my husband take on more of the decision making. For years, his job had him traveling every other week. He was often in Texas, gone from home, while I handled most of the household responsibilities. But now he's working remotely and he's planning to retire soon. With him home more, I've started to let go of some of the things I've always handled and letting him step in. For example, we were planning to go on a RV show. In the past, I would have figured out the tickets, the dog sitter, and all the logistics. This time, I told him, you take care of it. And he did. And that simple act of releasing the responsibility gave me peace. I think part of it is realizing that as we get older, there may come a time when one of us has to carry more on our own. I don't want everything to fall on just one person. I want both of us to know how things run, whether it's the household, the finances, or even just the everyday decisions. And to be honest, I'm tired of making decisions. There are so many choices in this world. Where to eat, what to cook, who to call, what to plan. Sometimes it feels like too much. So now when he says, I'll take care of it, I let him. And I have found that it frees up my mind for the things I enjoy. Recently, I asked ChatGPT what other areas women can let go of, things we don't need to always control. And here are some of the things that really stood out to me. Household and daily life. Letting your spouse and family handle things like car maintenance, handyman calls, or even simple meal planning. Number 2, family and relationships. Not carrying the weight of adult children's decisions or always hosting the holidays. Others can step in too. Number 3, mental and emotional load. We don't always need to be the ones making every choice. Allowing someone else to choose the restaurant or the route can lift the burden of decision fatigue. Number 4, finances and planning. If your husband enjoys managing the bills, let him. Stay aware, but don't feel like you have to micromanage every grocery item or Amazon order. Number 5, faith perspective. This one touched me the most. We don't have to fix everything for our kids or grandkids. We can pray, release it to God, and trust Him with the outcome. And that last one is such a reminder. Jesus never asked us to get everything perfect. He asks us to walk with Him daily, one step at a time. I love how ChatGPT ended its response. It said, one less decision here, one less responsibility there, and suddenly your mind feels lighter and freer for the things that truly bring you joy. And honestly, I can say I have felt that. I even created a printable checklist called the Let Go list to remind myself of the areas where I can stop carrying it all and share the load. I'll put a link in the description if you'd like to download it for yourself. So here's my encouragement for you today. Think about one or two things you're holding on to that maybe you don't need to. Let someone else take the lead, share the load, and most of all, release the outcomes to God. You'll find peace and freedom in letting go. And before we wrap up, if you've been enjoying these conversations here at Oma's Musings, I'd love for you to follow the podcast so you don't miss future episodes. And if you know someone else in their senior years who could use a little encouragement, would you share it with them too? It really helps us to grow this community. As always, have a wonderful day and God bless you.